Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to this presentation on macroeconomics indicators. In this video, we'll explore key economic measures that help assess a country's overall economic health. These indicators are crucial for policymakers, business, and investors to make informed decisions. Our video is entire introduction to macroeconomics, national income. In national income, it is two types. One is GDP, gross domestic product, and another is GNP, gross national product. Then unemployment rate, inflation rate, interest rates, trade balance, and consumer confidence index. We learn all of these major macroeconomic indicators in this section of our video. First, we go to the introduction to macroeconomics. Macroeconomics indicators are key statistics that helps assess the overall health and performance of an economy. Policymakers, business, and investors use these indicators to make informed decisions. The major macroeconomics indicators includes gross domestic product, inflation rate, unemployment rate, interest rate, trade balance, and consumer confidence. This is the introduction of macroeconomics indicators. Now we are moving to the national income, the first element of macroeconomics indicators. In national income, we firstly know about GDP. What is GDP? GDP is the measure. GDP measures the total value of all goods and services produced within a country over a specific period. Types of GDP. There are different types of GDP. One is nominal GDP, and one is real GDP, and another is per capita GDP. What is nominal GDP? Nominal GDP means nominal GDP is the measure using current prices without adjusting for inflation. Real GDP is adjusted for inflation, providing a more accurate picture of economic growth. Per capita GDP divided by the population, indicating average economic output per person. Importance of GDP. A rising GDP indicates economic growth and prosperity. Declining GDP suggests economic contractions or recessions. Now we know about gross national product, which is known as GNP. What is GNP? GNP is the market value of all goods and services produced by a country's citizens, whether domestically or internationally. And look our example about GNP and GDP. Difference between the GNP and GDP. Suppose a US based company has factories in Germany and China. The goods and services produced in these foreign factories by US citizens contribute to US GNP, even though they are produced outside the country. However, goods produced within the US foreign owned companies would not be included in US GNP, but would be counted in US GDP. I think understand everyone what is the difference between GNP and GDP. Importance of GNP. GNP provides a more comprehensive measures of national income activity, especially for countries with significant national business operation. It helps policymakers assess the income generated by citizens and business worldwide. Next, we know about unemployment rate. What is unemployment rate? The percentage of the labor force that is actively seeking employment but unable to find work, that is called unemployment rate. Types of unemployment. First is fictional unemployment. Second is structural unemployment. Third is cyclical unemployment. What is fictional unemployment? Fictional unemployment means short-term job transitions. Structural unemployment means mismatch between worker skills and job market demands. And cyclical unemployment means result of economic downturns and recessions. Significance of unemployment rate. A high unemployment rate signals economic distress and lower consumer spending, and a lower rate may indicate a tight labor market leading to wage inflation. Next, we know about inflation rate. What is inflation rate? Inflation represents the rate at which the general level of prices for goods and services rise, eroding purchasing power. Measurement of inflation rate. CPI, Consumer Price Index, measures price change in a basket of consumer goods and services, is called CPI. Then PPI means Producer Price Index, tracks price changes at the wholesale level. Impact of inflation rates. Moderate inflations 2 to 3% is considered normal, supports economic growth. High inflation reduces purchasing power, leading to economic instability, and deflations can indicate weak demand and economic slowdown. Now we move to interest rates. What is interest rates? Interest rates represents the cost of borrowing money set by the central bank, like Federal Reserve or European Central Bank, etc. Effect of interest rates. Higher interest rates slow down borrowing and spending, controlling inflation, and lower interest rates encourage borrowing and investment, boosting economic growth. Why it matters? Affects business investments and consumers' loan. Impact exchange rates and international capital flows. Now we know about trade and balance. What is trade and balance? The trade balance is the difference between countries' exports and imports. Means trade balance is the difference between exports and imports. Types. Trade surplus. When exports is greater than imports means positive balance, that is trade surplus. Trade deficit. Trade deficit is what? When import is greater than export, that is called trade deficit, means negative balance. Economic impact. A trade surplus strains the currency and economy. A trade deficit can lead to borrowing from foreign visitors. Large imbalance may influence exchange rates and economic policies. Now we know about consumer confidence index, which is the last topic of our lecture. Definition. Measures consumers' optimization or perceptions about the economic future, influencing their spending habit. Why is important? High consumer confidence leads to increased spending, boosting economic growth. Low confidence result is cautious spending, potentially slowing the economy. In conclusion, macroeconomics indicator provides a snapshot of country economic health by analyzing GDP, GNP, inflation, and unemployment, interest rates, trade balance, and CCI. Policymakers and business can make informed decisions to foster economic stability and growth. Thank you everyone. This is Samsudda Shaurya from Department of CSE, Shahjalan University of Science and Technology. Assalamu alaikum.